Coach Stu, my first question for you is, for your team from in the first half going into like being kind of bad in the start, how did y'all change it, and then going to basically the last quarter going better, being better, basically?
We teach our kids how to battle adversity every day. So with that being said, there's no such thing as a perfect team. So every possession isn't going to be a perfect possession. Every game, every quarter, every half isn't going to be an ideal half. You're going to have some grinded out games. You're going to have some games where things aren't going your way, but how do you handle those games? How do you handle those possessions, those moments after those possessions? How do you handle those moments after those quarters? How do you handle a halftime after a first half like that? And we just teach our kids to grind it out. Just keep grinding it out, stay engaged, continue to work hard, keep doing everything that we've taught you to do, everything that we're telling you to do, and execution, and everything will start to fall your way. Eventually, the ball's got to bounce your way.
What do you think contributed to the team's struggle in the first half? Was it shot selection, defensive laps, or Lincoln Prep's pressure?
I think it was coupled with lack of execution, lack of defensive pressure, and just not executing defensively where we're supposed to be. We gave up a lot of transition buckets because we didn't get back on defense or because we didn't box out. We gave up a lot of second chance rebounds because we didn't box out. We didn't go after the ball if we did box out. We weren't in help side. We weren't at the midline. So a lot of those things, when one thing happens and you don't make the adjustment and nobody steps up and becomes a leader, the frustration, it starts to spread on the floor amongst the players. And when that does, then you have everybody pouting, everybody out of sync, everybody out of rhythm. But fortunately, it was the first half, so we were able to take that moment at halftime to regroup, make the necessary adjustments, and to get back to playing Bulldog basketball.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Lincoln Prep scored 22. It was 22-8 going into halftime. So how did you keep the team mentally locked in after such a tough first half?
Just making them understand that there's a lot of basketball left. High school basketball is 4 8-minute quarters. It's not a running clock. So you have a lot of basketball. Even once you play the first half and you get to halftime, second half is a lot of basketball. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to get better. There's a lot of opportunities for you to make the adjustments. There's a lot of opportunity for you to get stops and for that ball to bounce your way.
Do you think it was sportsmanship being played in the first half? Or no or yes?
Yes, I think it was great sportsmanship. A lot of these kids that are playing against each other between both schools play together in the summertime, so they're all very familiar with each other. So yeah, I think it was great sportsmanship.
Looking back, what will you take from that first half to avoiding falling in a similar hole in the future games?
I think that I would just try to encourage our team to come out a little earlier, ready to go, ready to rock and roll. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. But the other side of that is sometimes you have to have a slice of humble pie, and that was our slice of humble pie. We might have needed that to get that jolt to wake up for the second half.
So what does this win really say about the Lady Bulldogs' identity for this season?
This group right here, I don't want to use the terminology talented. It's because I've had some really talented teams in the past, but this group right here, probably pound for pound, is probably one of the toughest teams that the Bulldogs have had. How
does it feel winning this game?
Oh man, it feels great. It feels great. It feels great because we became 7-1 with that win, and it just feels good to compile wins in the win column. You know, just to build the confidence going into the break, because we're getting ready to go into a gruesome second half schedule coming out of New Year. So this just feels good to be up, have the confidence up, to finish playing well, to get a win like this. This was a high caliber win for us. You know, their record might not state that, but that is a well-coached team, that's a young team, and that's a hungry team. So this was a good win for us.
How did the bench contribute to the comeback energy defense second chance efforts?
Just being there, being vibrant, being loud, cheering their teammates on that are on the floor, just staying engaged, talking, communicating from the bench. The bench is they're a key attribute to what we do.
So some of your normal players that lead the team, they struggled a little bit, like El Tuck. What did it mean for her to see a couple of those shots go in the second half?
Listen, man, Tuck is Tuck, man. Tuck might not hit the broadside of a barn, and then she might knock down one of the biggest shots of the season, and you'll think she scored 30, you know. So Tuck is Tuck. I don't have to say too much to her. I just, hey, come on, Tuck, you know, and she'll start figuring it out. You know, she'll start moving and grooving. So I don't have to say too much to El Tuck.
As coach, how did you feel after seeing your team win that entire game and coming back from it?
It always feels good to get a victory, you know. So being able to come back from that deficit and being able to climb out the hole and get the victory, I mean, as a coach, it feels good.
From the first half to the second half, what will the film teach you about starting games?
I can't hear it.
You gotta speak up.
From the first half to the second half, what will the film teach you about starting games?
So, from the first half to the second half, the first thing the film is going to teach us that we got out rebounded. They just got every 50-50 ball. They out hustled us, they out worked us, they out rebounded us. They really owned the glass in the first half. So those are just adjustments that we're going to have to make, because we won't always have that luxury or be afforded that luxury to get out rebounded and still come out on the winning side of the scoreboard.
Wow. As you come back after this break, you start probably the toughest part of your season. So what will be the focus to make sure that this team reaches what the goal is? Because the goal is to not only get to districts, but the goal is to get to Columbia,
right,
and then win. So what will be the focus moving forward after this break?
First and foremost, coming back off a break, the first thing they're going to do, we're going to run for about 3 days. That's the first thing they're going to do. We got to be in shape. You got to be in better shape than your opposition. That's 60% of your wins right there. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to run. We're going to touch them baselines. But just getting better every day, just working on the small things, boxing out, closing out, being at help side, being in midline, knowing how to read the defense to make the right pass, knowing when to make the right pass, knowing how to make the extra pass. We're just going to work on all those things and just continue to build so we continue to get better going down the road.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate you, and great win today.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.